Hello, everyone. Mike's MMA Picks here, checking in with you on this Thursday night as we buckle ourselves in for the spotlight fight at UFC 286. We are geared up. We're ready for a fantastic lightweight matchup between none other than Justin Gaethje and Rafael Fiziev. Fiziev's coming into this fight with a 12-1 overall record. He's the much younger fighter, taking a lot less damage. We'll talk a little bit more about that in the future. 5'8", 5'8" tall, so he's a few inches shorter than Justin Gaethje. If you were watching the stare downs today at the press conference, you saw that Gaethje has a little bit of a size advantage. We'll see how much that translates into the fight on Saturday in London. Fiziev, 1-inch reach advantage, coming as the minus 225 betting favorite. And on the other side of this fight, you have Justin Gaethje, who has been a highlight reel of sorts. He's been also a bit of a punching bag of sorts throughout his career, let's be honest. He's relied on his toughness, his durability. He will crowd the kicker and take whatever comes his way. Weather a storm, march forward, land leg kicks, and try to chop his opponent down. Will he be able to do that against Rafael Fiziev? That is the question here. Justin Gaethje, a few months shy of his 35th birthday. I mentioned 1-inch reach disadvantage, plus 175 at the betting window. This matchup is going to come down to a few important aspects of the fight. Number one, can Fiziev get off early on Gaethje? And I believe he will be able to do that. Can Gaethje take the punishment that he's done so many times in his illustrious career and marched forward to take home victories? We saw against Edson Barbosa, tracked him down, landed a hellacious punch to send Barbosa to the canvas. In this spot, I think we're going to see Rafael Fiziev come out and be the much, much quicker of the two fighters. You look at the kicking game, Gaethje looks to chop down his opponents, whereas Fiziev is able to land a wide variety of strikes. There's a huge discrepancy in skill set here when it comes to the striking acumen of both fighters. Gaethje has been a bit of a punching bag throughout his career. His opponents, when they land on him, it's like shooting fish in a barrel. Against Dustin Poirier, against Eddie Alvarez, even Michael Chandler was able to torch Justin Gaethje at times, but Gaethje rocked, staggered on Queer Street, was able to regain his equilibrium and then waged war. And he's a fighter who will not quit until he's either unconscious or his body gives out on him. Does Rafael Fiziev have the ability to take Justin Gaethje out? Yes, I believe he does. Now, Fiziev, he's coming off of a tremendous victory where he won the majority of the rounds against Rafael dos Anjos, which was very impressive, prior to landing the seminal blow to knock Rafael dos Anjos out. We saw Fiziev be able to withstand the grappling assault of Rafael dos Anjos. Now, Justin Gaethje, 0% takedown accuracy. Somebody who does have a credentialed wrestling background, but does not use it inside of the octagon. The guy is hell on wheels, but he's getting up there in age. He's taken a tremendous amount of damage. This is somebody who's absorbing 7.85 strikes, significant strikes per minute. And he's willing to try to drag his opponents into deep water to force them to fight at his pace. Is Gaethje going to be able to crowd Fiziev? in the larger octagon? I don't think so. I think we're going to see Fiziev use his footwork, use his elite striking skills, use his evasiveness to cause Gaethje some problems and make Gaethje look silly at times out there, amateurish at times. Gaethje is going to try to make this a war. Now, it all comes down to, is Fiziev going to oblige? If Fiziev obliges in a war and gets caught up in the shenanigans here, we've seen uh, he's been in some firefights before and match uh, will match his opponent's pace. Against Bobby Green, there was a huge difference in that fight because Bobby Green has some slick defensive striking. Justin Gaethje does not move his head much at all. The Tony Ferguson matchup was dropped with an uppercut there, and that was the fight of Gaethje's life, to be honest. You watch Justin Gaethje against Tony Ferguson, great fight, and showed us what he was capable of. I believe Gaethje's on the downtrend in his career. The guy's fought so many wars, and wars that he didn't necessarily have to engage in that type of fight to win. We've seen him out-grappled on the mat. We've seen him outstruck on the feet, and he's gotten by toughness and his durability a few times inside of the octagon. Here against Fiziev, he's going to have to force the issue and try to close distance on Rafael Fiziev in order to have some semblance of success here. I don't think he's going to be able to be the one landing the first strike in these exchanges. And even if he attempts those strikes, if he's hitting air, Fiziev is going to be the one countering him. We've seen against Brad Riddell and others that Fiziev can land the knockout blow. Magomed Mustafayev was able to knock out Fiziev. And how did he do that? He did that with a spinning kick and caught Fiziev by surprise. Justin Gaethje does not possess those type of skills with his legs. He's not going to be a flashy kicker and catch Fiziev off balance. He's going to have to make this a very dirty fight, Justin Gaethje, in order to pull out a victory here. I'm seeing some folks on the timeline looking to lock in Justin Gaethje as the underdog here, but in my eyes, Fiziev has Gaethje beat from a striking standpoint, from a quickness standpoint. Also, as far as durability goes, Gaethje, I mean, he's been wobbled, staggered, put on Queer Street numerous times in his career. Poirier, Chandler, Alvarez, Oliveira, all these fighters have rocked him all across the octagon. And even Michael Johnson, his first fight inside of the octagon, he was staggering all over the place and then was able to come back. I'm not sure if Gaethje has it in him to compete for extended periods of time in this bout without being staggered by a Fiziev strike. I'm going to be picking Rafael Fiziev to win here. If Gaethje is able to crowd Fiziev and force him to empty his clip and he's still there, then this fight gets interesting. But Fiziev has the ability to use his movement, use his slick striking, use also his defensive prowess. That's another thing that we must mention. We've seen against Moicano and others. Fiziev will make you pay, man, and he will make you pay significantly. So I'll be picking Fiziev. The other thing is Fiziev does have the ability to win via decision. I see the fight doesn't go the distance prop is hovering around minus 195-ish. And I'm not going out of my way to have that be an anchor here, but I will be picking Rafael Fiziev to win. And I think that he does have the skill set, and he's getting better and better every single fight. Still only 30 years of age. You're looking at Gaethje, who has absorbed an avalanche of strikes. Really, he has absorbed an avalanche of strikes throughout his career, and it's only going to accumulate even further. So the pick's going to be Rafael Fiziev, and I think that he gets this done likely in spectacular fashion. But Gaethje does have the ability to make this a fight. I just think that his better days are behind him here, Justin Gaethje. He has not his striking defense, his inability to move his head has haunted him many, many times, and he's been within one or two strikes from getting laid out unconscious on the mat. And I think that Fiziev has the ability to do that, and will likely do that in this matchup. I tweeted out Justin Gaethje's willingness to crowd the kicker at all costs, win or lose, has made him who he is. The 34-year-old Neanderthal-esque marauder has relied on durability to carry him through adversity many times. And I think that we will see Rafael Fiziev come out here and really put on a show and walk away with the victory. Have a pleasant rest of your evening, and thank you for choosing Mike's MMA Picks here, where we have a lot of videos headed up on the YouTube channel. We are third-party tracked for many, many, many years and have also had some significant sustained success, and we'll continue to look to do so this weekend. Thank you for checking us out, and have a great rest of your day.